So good morning, my lovelies, and just enjoying being on your mat, starting lying down or seated, however you're feeling it today. And we have a nice, fairly gentle practice. But if there are any poses that don't feel right for you, please change them to something that you do or adapt them. You know your body. So just tuning in, listening to what feels right today. Have a nice deep breath and a sigh. And just take a moment to mentally ground your energies down into the earth. Tuning into your breath. Following the inhale and exhale, just becoming conscious. How do you feel today? What mood are you in? Have you got a lot on your mind? Or can you just let all those thoughts just sort of drift away for the moment, and then they can kind of come back later? It's really nice to imagine just putting everything on hold and outside of the room. Close the door and take yourself into your practice. And just having a moment to think about what you need from today. What do you need from your practice, perhaps? It's so easy to go through the motions of our habits throughout our day, the morning habits, the afternoon habits, the evening. Do we ever really think about, what do I want to gain from today? What do I need from today? I think these are often very much afterthoughts. So have a scan through your body as well, and just be aware of anything that's tight, tender, that needs a little bit of care. And so gently, if you're lying down, just begin to have a nice stretch. Take the arms overhead perhaps, and then draw the knees in. And we'll all come to seated for some meditation to start with. Take your time. Yin is all about moving slowly and being passive, so just enjoying being in your body. So mindfulness of breath is always a lovely one to come back to. And going through the 4 stages really allows you to sort of just drop into those, probably, we're in beta waves at the moment. Drop into those like kind of nice relaxed alpha brain waves. So we know this very well, but we'll start with counting the out breath, 1 to 10, then the in breath, then we release the count. And then by that time, we're really quite tuned into everything that's going on with our breath. So being mindful. Let your hands rest in Dhyana Mudra. And let the eyelids close. This usually takes about 5 minutes. Relax your face, relax your shoulders. Just become comfortable. And we'll begin. So counting the out breath, 1 to 10. And after 10, just turning to count the inhale. No rush. Stay relaxed. And then after 10, relaxing the count. Being aware of the breath, observing your thoughts. And then just really drawing your awareness to being mindful of the whole breath. How it feels around the nostrils, the movement in your body, the temperature on your skin. And we'll just take one more breath. Coming back. How did that feel? It occurred to me while we were doing that when you stop the counting in that third part, does your brain want something else to do? Does it want to keep counting? So sometimes, if I think of it, I'll start to say in and out with the breath, just in and out. And that sort of stops you, the mind wandering off. And then eventually maybe you'll sort of stop thinking about that, and then actually in that fourth part really come to just enjoying following the breath. The mind hasn't got to do anything then, because you're just with your body. So I just find it interesting. Each one of us will have very many sort of different things going around in our mind throughout that whole practice. Okay, my loves, we're going to come into mantis. So taking the knees wide, like a child's pose, extended arms, and dropping down. If you want a little cushion under the belly, If you need anything behind your knees because of the compression, then just please adapt. And if this pose doesn't feel right, change into something else. So trying to relax through your whole body. Maybe starting to feel it in the top hip creases now. Relaxing the shoulders and upper back. And just checking in with your hands and wrists. Are you tense in any way through the abdomen, or the breath is tight? And noticing any tension in the neck. Anytime you need to, you can come out. Enjoying the deep breaths into the back of your body. Keep looking through your body for tension, even in your face. Perhaps it's crept back into the shoulders and the upper back and the neck. Where do you feel any intensity here? This is a lovely stretch for knees and tops of the ankles. Really gets into hips. And in terms of the meridian lines, the stomach, liver and kidneys. So let's just take a breath or two. Gently lifting the head up. The head's been ever so low. So just being aware of any dizziness as you come up. Have a moment to lie back. Just enjoying stretching out. Let all the blood and fluids start to flow through your legs again. Take your time to relax through your back. Really feeling any tingliness through your body. Sometimes you'll feel tingling, other times there'll be maybe cold patches on the inner thighs. Keep using your out breath to relax. And just noticing where the sensation afterwards, it changes, it shifts. And then let's draw the knees in. Right one, left one. And take a moment here to just enjoy rocking. How does your back feel? Little circles, just massage. And then when you're ready, let's roll up. So Mantis gives us a lovely stretch through the back. We're going to come into Caterpillar now. Forward fold. Stretching again through the whole back of the body. This is really good for your bladder meridian, your urinary bladder. So if you want something under your knees, a little blanket, that can always help. Otherwise, we just soften and fold forwards. The beauty of yin is that we can do these poses in such a gradual way. There's no need to just sort of lean forward and stress the body. We can just tilt and just see where the stretch wants to grow today. If you close your eyes sometimes through your pose and just tuning into what you're feeling, where it's being felt most in the body, whether it is lower back with this pose or if it's hamstrings. Just feel in gradually as you go. Breathing to belly, relaxing shoulders. How do you feel in this pose today? Some days it will feel really easy, other days you'll feel really tight. Breathing to belly. It's also interesting to just observe at what point through your pose it starts to ease. as it gets a little softer, you might be able to move into the pose more. Don't overstrain yourself. Just go where there's a little bit of space. What are you thinking about? Were your thoughts comfortable or uncomfortable? Let's just follow this pose with the breath for a few more moments. Breathing to belly, expanding through ribs, front, side and back. Being in the moment with the breath. And then we'll just take one more. Lifting up, nice and slowly, feeling everything that you feel through your body as you just sit upright. And then lying down. And if you just need to sort of wag your tail or rock your pelvis a few times, just to sort of let everything start to find its natural shape, take a moment. Notice if you're shallow in the breath, if the lower back feels quite tight still. And then gradually just feel safe enough to let go and take some deeper breaths. And then just gradually letting all the muscles through your back relax. And again, just witness your thoughts as you're lying here. Are you present, or are the thoughts drifting off elsewhere? So we'll bring the knees in. From caterpillar, I'd like to do bench, just to counterpose the spine into the opposite direction in a gentle way. Just have a few moments to rock on your back. And then we'll roll up, grabbing a pillow. As you go through your practice, I try to choose poses that kind of move the body in most directions. Do you enjoy forward folds, or do you prefer back bends? What is it drawn to today? Because again, every day will be different. So taking that cushion just a few inches from the body, just so that we can relax more through the lumbar. We still get a nice stretch here, but it's the thoracic. Make sure as you come back over this pillow that your head is supported in your neck. You might want a blanket or a block if you're feeling tight there. and relax. Probably one of my preferred poses, this bench pose. It's so gentle. And if you are feeling a little bit achy in your back, you can position the cushion wherever you want it to be to remedy that. Deep belly breaths. Just checking in whether you are as relaxed as you can be, if there's any tightness in your buttocks, lower back area. And does it feel nice in the body? Can you feel some relief in any tension, perhaps lumbar spine? Is there anywhere else you can relax? Just gently checking in with whether the neck, your jaw, your facial muscles, you can soften. And we'll just take a few more breaths, enjoying this pose. We can lift up. Just putting whatever props you've used to the side, lying down. And how do you feel? It's always nice to just notice how, as you go through your practice, which pose so far has felt the most beneficial. Sometimes it's not the pose, it's the after effect of a certain pose that can feel really lovely too. And so let's just bring these in. We've come forwards, backwards. We're going to come into banana. So a nice side stretch to the body, very stimulating for our gallbladder. Just have a nice rock here first. Just moving in whatever way feels good. And then banana. So taking feet to the lower right corner, right foot comes over the left. Just adjust through the buttocks and pelvis, and then we'll take our shoulders up to that top right as well. If you want to take arms overhead, you can. It's always nice to just sort of try the different adaptations in a pose if it feels good. Try and relax your back and your buttocks if the arms are overhead. And then you can come into cactus arms if you want to. Try to relax the hands and wrists. Sometimes we still hold tension here. But if you're most comfortable with the arms by your sides, just choose where you want to be. Move through the different positions as well. Relaxing your neck. And just enjoy following your breath down to the belly, how it moves into the chest and upper body. And where you feel more movement in the body, one side perhaps than the other. Stimulating Ida, our feminine side, this left side. So just following your thoughts, following any sensation. Just check in every now and then whether you're relaxed through your arms, whether any tensions crept back into the body. And we'll take a few more breaths. And gently just making your way back to neutral spine. Moving those few inches top and bottom, but really enjoying how that feels, the after effects. Where do you get the chi movement? Inner thighs, around the inner knees, left side of the body, left side ribs. Just a thought. Do you ever notice these chi sensations, the prana moving in your body, any other time of your day? Or is it really when you just are on your mat after a yin pose and you just come into this stillness? There might be other times in the day where you notice it, but perhaps it's a little bit more pronounced, or you're aware of it more when you just have this space for stillness. So we'll draw our knees in for a moment. Take a rock. And then when you're ready, banana to the left. So feet left, left foot over right. And then just taking shoulders and upper body left. If you moved your arms in the first side, I'd suggest just sort of exploring that again, just to even out the body. Try and relax your buttocks and lower back. And you might find that this pose, you can do one side quite easily, but if you've got issues around the side or the hips or waist, take the second side far more gently. Cactus arms, relaxing your hands and wrists. And then if you want to bring the arms down, please do. Try to stay following your breath and the awareness of the sensation as you breathe. You can always return to how it feels when we do mindfulness of breath in your pose. How do you feel? When I ask that, does a word immediately come or a feeling come? Or do you have to search for the answer? Just being curious. Some people are very good at being able to connect with their feelings, how they are in the moment. Other people can find it very difficult to understand themselves in that emotional way. Sometimes can, sometimes can't. So just that self-inquiry every now and then can help us with our emotional intelligence. Yoga is about stretching, and there's the an eighth of yoga is the movement and the asana. But there are so many other parts of the journey of yoga to coming back to learning about ourselves and revealing the true nature of who we are. So these moments of self-inquiry are all part of the practice. So let's just have one more breath here. Gently returning to the center, neutral spine. And just have a moment to just have a little wiggle if you need to, rock the pelvis. And relaxing, just observing what you feel. Really tuning into the subtleties of chi moving. The difference between the left and the right side of the body. Deep breaths. And then we're going to come into waterfall. Last pose. Take a moment, draw the knees in for a little rock. And if you need to bring the head up to the knees every now and then, that feels nice, stretching through the back. Okay, so grabbing a little cushion, I like to just wedge it under the buttocks. Raise your legs. Such a lovely, gentle inversion. And relax. If you want to put a blanket over your feet, that can feel quite nice sometimes. Only if you've got one handy. And just allow your eyes to close gently. Awareness on your third eye. Gently breathing. So restful for the heart and lots of systems through the body. Tuning into your heart center. How do you feel here? Can you intuitively determine whether your heart center feels balanced or excessive or slightly deficient energetically today? The heart is ever so linked with love and compassion, but the negative side or attribute that weakens the heart is grief. As you lie here, perhaps just imagine your heart as pure white light. Like an internal white ball of energy that just radiates out. The archangel linked here is Chamuel and the female counterpart Charity. And our third eye, just tuning into Raphael and Mary. If that's something that you like to tune into. So just gently, let's start to bend the knees. Come down. Gently moving your cushion. Have a few moments, Shavasana. And again, tuning in. How do you feel? And then when you're ready, bringing these in, coming into relaxation now. So choosing whether you want to stay lying down or if today you're more comfortable coming to a seated position. So as I've already mentioned, some of the archangels that get linked with our chakras. Let's just pull a card, see what we're meant to get today. Sometimes this is just a little bit of fun, and other times you might just have something resonate with you. Just a little message that just makes sense of something in your mind. Okay. I always like to take one with my eyes closed. Serena. I never remember what each one of these are about, so I always have to look it up and just read you the little message. But this might be something that just makes sense. So relaxing there, lovelies. Serena, I am the angel of abundance. You will receive the money that you need, and God is in charge of how that will happen. Have faith. God is the source of all of your good. Release all your cares and worries to me, and I will bring them directly to God, or the divine, or the universe, whatever you like to tune into as source. The more that you surrender this situation to the heavens, the more open you become. Your openness, like outstretched arms, welcomes the gifts that we bring you. When you worry, however, it closes you down. It then becomes more difficult for us to deliver your gifts. You don't notice your gifts, or you push them away. God's infinite creativity means that your financial support will come in unexpected ways. One of the reasons that you worry is because you don't know how your money will be delivered. You can release these worries by completely relying on the divine wisdom and care. Notice your repetitive thoughts and feelings and ideas. They are our way of communicating divine guidance to you. As you follow these divine directives, your supply comes to you on the wings of angels without delay or reservation. The more that you can relax and trust, the faster we can bring these gifts your way. A lovely little message that sometimes we always need to hear. And money, finances are just an energetic exchange. The essence of that is to release worry and just be open. So just enjoying a little bit more time to relax, following your thoughts, and just being calm and quiet. gently. Notice if you enjoy the relaxation where you just have the quietness in the space and that permission from somebody to actually just be for a moment without stimulus, without hearing other things, seeing stuff, needing to do something, just that quiet time where you can just be with yourself. Sometimes it will be comfortable, other times it won't be. The mind will be busy or tormenting. But just having these moments to be quite precious. So start to just gently move now, maybe just take a few deep breaths, come back into the physical body. A nice sigh. And just wiggling fingers and toes, hugging in the knees. Gently moving the head and neck if you're already seated. What feels good? Where do you feel a bit more spacious in the body? Does the mind feel calm? Are your emotions settled? It's nice to tune into the after effects of your practice. What felt good? So just joining me seated if you're lying down. Looking forward to your day, and we'll bring our hands to heart center. Om Shanti. Namaste.